James Plays Games.
That's me!
Hey everybody, welcome back to James Plays Uru Complete Chronicles 2 Dunny Expansion. Last time we did ourselves a real good job hunting down some Easter eggs, and now we need to calibrate the Great Zero. There's 4 of these machines, and they each have coordinates. And we need to figure out where the coordinates are going to be located. We need to find a marker at these coordinates. And we can only have one machine active at a time. So this is the one that I've chosen right here. And off we go. I feel like this is not going to be as easy as the last step of finding the markers. But we'll see just how difficult it's actually gonna be. And before I go too far, I'm just trying to think, which I know, big ask. Are there going to be any clues regarding where something is going to be located? So I'm not just running all over the place trying to find this. There is this, and I'm gonna take a picture if I can remember how. Great picture. No notes, thank you. I want to see something. Try activating a different machine. And that appears to be showing the same picture that I just took. Right. More or less. Yeah, okay. So that is not relevant. Thought it might be because you don't notice it's there until the return trip, and it's got the flashing symbol of Path of the Shell. Okay. If there is some better clue, I don't know where. Go back to that one just because. And we will begin our hunt. We'll start out in Bevan and Curel, and then work our way through the bigger portion of the caverns, all the connected stuff, and just see if there's anything to see, any better indicator. I mean, I just don't know. Actually, I do have one idea, but we'll go around a little bit in Bevan first, and then I will try executing my idea. Oh, we got ourselves a reading. Okay. Is it in here? Okay, that's too far. That is just... No. Maybe it's not in here? Okay, we got away from it. And that's out of range. This is out of range. Really feels like it should be in here. Being bamboozled. That's too far. I mean, I should be able to see it. If it's here, right? Like, I shouldn't have to get super close to anything. I should be within range of visibility. Okay. So this, I think, is drawing me further into what I was gonna try. Was it... I'm trying to think about this from a certain logic. And if I were to tell people go all over this city to find these specific points, and that's all the guidance I'm going to give you, I would... That in and of itself would be the hint. Because that doesn't make sense to just go all over the place. Hello? Just changed picture once. There we go. It's showing my photos. My grandparents have one of these sitting on their little dining table. And the family, it's a cloud service where you can upload pictures from your phone and stuff, and then it'll display on there, and video. So they can just check it out, and it's like, oh, hey, here's new pictures. It's like a little mini Facebook. Anyway. Let's find the one I specifically want to find. Might not be in any of those. Right here. This is the balcony that oversees that area. See it down there? So, I'm not in range of it. Okay, well, fuck me. Wait. actually not fuck me. Not yet. You have to buy me dinner first. That's a little bit closer, isn't it? There we go. Now it's in the red, and look at that. Look at that. So that definitely confirms, you know, I was talking about the balconies last time, and then we didn't get to use the balconies to find anything, but now, this whole time, what could those balconies be for? It's all coming together. I just... Sometimes my brain does a good job of braining. So now... I'm gonna go reread. Because if I upload it here, or do I upload it further down to the other area? After I've found the first one, I'll need to return to the calibration center and insert my key into one of the machines. At that time, I'll be able to read one of the 3 coordinates on my key. Okay. So we're going back to the calibration center. We can't upload it from here. And now, if I had to guess, when I upload that here, that was for this symbol. This part of the coordination should start to work. I think I have to go back to the machine that I got the thing from. There we go. Okay, so that is powered up. And now we'll go... There we go! Look at that! Sure enough. So this is the one that shouldn't work yet. So we'll go over here and do this one. Alright. Okay, yeah, no, this is great. This is coming together really, really well for me. Good job, me. So, actually, no sense even going back through that whole thing, because to get to the balconies, I'm better off just going back here. We can rule out one of the balconies now. And I'm just going to... That one is one of the larger numbers. So I don't think this one would be in the same vicinity. We're looking for something that's got a little bit more distance to it. That's just the terminal. Okay. Let us try this one. And nothing for this. I don't know about you, it fascinates me how I could be looking at Bobo Goobo and it not register with me at all that that whole frickin' thing was for the light code. And then this, finding a needle in a haystack, I'm able to kind of put it together where exactly I should be taking my search to. I'm just an enigma. I keep things interesting because I always keep you guessing. Am I gonna be stupid? Am I gonna be a genius? You never know. And that's why you watch. For the thrill. It seems like I might not need to keep the key up. Because I think the icon flashes down here if it were to go into the red. But still. I'll have to remember that one, because that had the negative 77. Alright, I'm a little... Let me check this out. We're looking for negative 87. Ah! See it flash down here? Look at that. 83... Alright. I mean, it's part of the 2 Dunny book set, so it makes sense that it could, be found here. But I was initially going to dismiss this. And I did, which is why I didn't come to it till now. I'm still real curious about that room, though. If it existed before the expansion came out or not. Because that's got all the clues. Oh, did I ever discuss... I don't think I did. We'll go back to that later. Let me just lock this in first. But the final... clue. You know how I kept saying I don't think I use this for anything? I think I might understand it now. Might. I would have to look at it again to kind of decipher it for you guys. But I think it had to be a clue for the hexagon floor tiles. Because all of the clues in that area related to that one particular age. So we had the one for the 3 circles with the shapes in them to open up the path. We had the clue for the lights with the stairs. We had the clue for the pillars. You know, we had the clue for the vault. So, if I were to guess, I mean, I'm pretty damn sure that would be what it has to be, you know? So we'll take a quick look at that together, now that that's locked in, and we get this. this is negative 77. So that's going to be going back to the room with all the books, the journals. I'm pretty sure, at least that's where we're going to start. But yeah, just before I forget to bring it up again, let's just take one look at this. I mean, this is going really fast. I'm feeling really good about this. So we can dawdle a little bit. Okay? So, note the tree symbol. And in the hexagon puzzle, we had to only step on tiles that were variations of the tree. This, I think, is the light. You know, this is off, this is on, and then this is off again, you know, to indicate, oh, you turn it off, and it, like, you turn it on first, and it, like, charges up the tiles. You turn it off, and it reveals the other tiles. See, like this. So I think that's what it was trying to tell me. But it only makes sense to me after the fact. Am I right? Am I wrong? I think I'm right. We had to go really rely on the universal hint system for that, and I was really quite frustrated with it. But we got there, and now we've got... we retroactively solved the puzzle with our brains by deciphering the hint that was supposed to help us solve it in the first place. So I call that a win. Oh, this is not the place. Okay. That's concerning. Unless it's just because I'm not in the red yet. That's why this didn't start flashing. So we're looking for 57. That's in the wrong direction. Should be over 57, negative 77. Well, those appear to be like a latitude and longitude. You know, and this would account for height. So maybe I'm just at the wrong height. I was feeling quite confident about that, though, I'll tell you. So it's got to be, like, below me. And I'm pretty sure I know where I actually am in relation to everything. So... alright. Maybe they're not all balconies after all. Let me just check if there's anything that feels like it would be in that vicinity. can't remember the coordinates that we had for the other balconies now, so I'm gonna stick to the balcony theory for just a moment. Because I want to. I'm being stubborn, I guess, is where we're at. Okay. There we go. All right. Somewhere... Come on. Come on. There you are. Okay. Good thing I remained stubborn. Although that felt a little bit farther away than I thought we were. But there we go. Okay, everything held up with that. We can put this in, and then we have access to the last one. And we can try putting all that together. Then after that, we have the coordinates from Zandy. I don't know if that's really gonna factor in from a puzzle perspective. It's very, very... I mean, we are in like 50,000, 60,000 for this last coordinate. And the coordinate that we have from Zandy is 2,175. So I don't know where we're going to find that. I don't know if we're supposed to find that. I feel like we're supposed to. Okay. Now the last one should be open to us. Look at that. Okay, now I'm a bit confused. I thought these were latitude, longitude, but this is... We're on a nice level surface here, and it's going... So maybe I don't understand triangulation all that well. Now we can do that. And be on our way. Now, does the balcony theory continue to hold up? Because now we have access to coordinates. The full set. Let us try this one again. And we'll look at the numbers. See how we do. So this is way high. This is in the thousands. We're looking for 57,000. We're at 60. And 79. So this doesn't appear to be anywhere really close to what we're looking for. But we're just going to try all the balconies that did not yield any goodies for us. It's entirely possible it is no longer a balcony, but we're just gonna check a couple of things. 78, 52. Okay. This shouldn't work, because I don't think we could get the number we needed in that area. I guess we're gonna go back to ground level and just see if we can find something that makes sense. Oh, we're actually... Okay, so these numbers are looking really good for Zandy's coordinates. We're looking for 110. So I'm just trying to see what kind of directions I would need to be going to find anything. Ah, okay. There we go. That rolls over after a certain point. That's good to know. And this is heading in a direction that I want to go. Sort of. Hey, I do kind of like this. I more than kind of like it. I'm feeling like a pirate. A treasure map. Arr. So this is not the right way. could be the library. Starting to feel more and more like the library area. Oh, you know what? Is it all gonna come around? To what I think it's gonna come around to? This is right. I'm gonna feel so good. And I feel awful. I feel horrible. So this whole thing was just nothing. Alright. I was ready to be like, well, you did it again, game. Just like when I went to the pub and I thought, oh, there has to be something there. And then when I went away all the way around this and I was like, oh, just to a dead end? Really, game? That's so silly of you. I really thought there was going to be a payoff for that. Where's my 79? It might be I have to go into the library. Okay, further down. Come on. We're like right there, and I can't quite get it. But we will. First off, we'll go back to this corner. Because that's where we were getting that's where we were getting the strong reading. Right here. So we're at 110.78. 57190. That's in the wrong direction. That's in the wrong direction. What if we... Okay, so we're along this line. Can't get 79. And if it's here, and this... Why can't I get 79? None of this is changing for that. It's all 78. $77. $79. 101, 2, 103, 104, 105, 6. Something is not cooperating, and I don't know why. Can we do this? No. All right. So, this is the level we want to be on? Or what? I'm not sure I understand in full. Because we're at 79, we come out. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's not about... Like, this is my position. It's not the position of the marker. We're at 77... Definitely not this. Getting further away from everything. I'm so close. So close and yet so far. Boom. It's somewhere here. Is there an actual... There it is. Okay. Okay. Now how the hell do we get to you? Do we YOLO it? And try to grab it on the way down? That's all I can see as a possibility. Sorry for so much running around away from this thing. I just was trying to figure out how the hell to get to it. There we go. That's a strange one. I don't dislike it, but it's a strange one. Now we've got that. We put this in, and we activate the Great Zero. And then we have Zandy's coordinates, and I may or may not be able to do something with those. I'm pretty sure I can, but I don't know. I don't have full confidence in knowing where to take that to. I don't think it's going to be a marker because we don't have anything that would let us see a marker. Unless something changes with this. Okay, powered on. And... hello. We've turned on the Great Zero. Was there a door down here? It's not a door. Okay. So we've turned that on. Going all the way through here. Speeding through here. The crystals bend it downward and then straight. Okay. Interesting how that all works. So with all of that on, what happens if I touch this? Nothing. Okay. The only thing I have left to do then is Zandy's coordinates. I don't know of anything else that would have come about. So let's go to... yeah, Dakota Alley. I was thinking if I wanted to go back to the antechamber. And you know what? I'm gonna do that. Screw this for now. Let me just satiate my curiosity, my potential doubts. Anything different in here? No. Let's just reread. Oh, shorter than I remembered it being. Hey. It just says we've turned it on. We finished. Congratulations. So, by turning it on, maybe we can find something at Zandy's coordinates. We don't have to do anything else. We just go there. Where is there? Is the mystery to solve, isn't it? So, first, I guess we are going to go back to Dakota Alley. Because that's where we were able to find the low first number. And we'll just go from there. And just try to narrow things down a little bit. So we are looking for a -8... oh, never mind. Hey. Y'all saw that, right? Like, you saw that. So it is, like, around this area that we're supposed to be seeing something. There it is! There, okay. No wonder. Alright. That's pretty cool. I was like, you all saw that, right? And I'm trying to figure out what the hell. And then I couldn't figure out what the hell. So then I'm like, maybe that's not the right area. I mean, the numbers are quite a bit off, you know? So, yeah. Do I jump at it when it goes? Oh, I really wish I remembered what Sharper's notebook said about this thing. We'll jump at it. Once it shows up again, which don't know how long that's gonna be. Boom, look at that. Okay. Where are we going? This doesn't have a Nexus book. It does have one of these. This is another key distributor thing that doesn't work. That's not for me? Okay. Dr. Watson. How much reading is there gonna be? Well, we're gonna do it, because this is what we came here for. So, this is Dr. Watson. It's either about him or written by him. I can't take it. After all of our efforts to ensure everyone's safety down here in the cavern, yet another accident has taken the life of another friend. It's too much. For years I've been stressing that the restoration must be handled carefully, that extreme caution should be our byword. There is no reason to rush. Then recently, the explorers began showing up. Despite our warnings, despite our statements that we're moving and working as quickly as we safely can, it wasn't fast enough for them. They just didn't comprehend. We've been working down here for over 10 years, yet they think they know better, that we can just approve areas more quickly. I have tried to impress upon them the importance of moving slowly, deliberately, carefully. My warnings seem to fall on deaf ears. Their enthusiasm is understandable, their disregard for the safety of the people down here is not. Then Phil returned. He'd been gone for over a year after he disappeared behind the door we were unable to open in Idir Kimo. We had worried about him, hoping he was still okay. It was great to have him back and know he was okay, but he was just as willing to risk his safety and disregard our precautions as the explorers. Now, just a few weeks after his return, he was in an unauthorized area today and was killed when the wall collapsed on him. The accidents must be stopped. It started with Branch being killed in an accident in one of our trips in 91. Then the death of Elias in 93 because his obsession with the restoration had caused him to neglect his health. Then all the needless injuries suffered by various restoration engineers over the years. And now the death of Phil. That is the final straw. It has to stop. I cannot bear the responsibility of the restoration any longer. The price is too high. I don't know where I'm going. I've been wandering the tunnels for days. No direction, no purpose, trying to clear my head. Nothing happy about this new year. I keep running over it in my head. I've been so committed to this project for so long, maybe I've been deluding myself about the truth. What if we've been wrong all along? What if Jeff's been right? Who be Jeff? I can't recall Jeff coming up before. Maybe the restoration should take a completely different direction. It's hard to imagine that I'm saying this. I'm still in denial that we've spent so many years of our lives heading in the wrong direction. But the very fact that I can even entertain that as a possibility means something. The restoration cannot continue as we had planned. It breaks my heart, but I know deep down that it's true. So much time, so many plans, so much gone. So much. Still can't believe I'm even thinking this, but that's the way it has to be. Will the other restoration members understand? Maybe. The explorers won't, I'm sure. Can't be helped. The restoration can't continue after these events. But all that work, all the progress we were making, no words to describe how angry it makes me, even while knowing inside that this is how it must be. Such a waste. No, there must be a way. Something else we can do to continue the restoration and still ensure everyone's safety. Surely now that people have seen tragedy firsthand, they'll recognize how important our caution is. Depression. It won't work. We tried that for months. Even Phil's death won't change it. I realize now that Atris was right. He said that the city in the cavern should not be restored. I believed for years that his admonition didn't include those of us from the surface. That we could somehow be a loophole in his concerns, but he was right. I finally see that now. What do we do now? Phil said that he had been on a journey and was convinced that there was a better way. I need to talk to Ikiro. I find myself here in a familiar place that suddenly holds so much more meaning. Here at the very crossroads, the pivotal juncture of Dunny and human intertwining. This very room where Tiana once rested with her young son, Gen, where Gen and his own son Atris slept along their journey. This small room on the cusp of the grandest of rooms, a tiny resting place half of the distance up or down the great shaft itself, a pause halfway between here and there. I find myself here. It's been my pause, my chance to ponder. I've been wondering for 3 weeks, grieving, thinking, fasting, reflecting, pausing. Pausing from the cares of work, of rebuilding, rules, of structure, of people and places, of frictions and factions, of life and death. Now I realize that I have only looked on Dunny as bones. My rebuilding was only an attempt to reassemble the dried dead bones into a dried dead skeleton. No more alive, but arranged to poorly mimic what once was alive. I somehow thought that those dried bones would live again and become the storyteller, telling me the things I longed to know. I still long to know. I still feel a calling. I'm meant to be part of Dunny somehow. I'm drawn here because it holds an answer for me. But now I understand that I need more than a dead story from a pile of bones. I need a storyteller who lives. So here I am, small, on on the edge of vast unknown, this place that seems to appropriate. That seems so appropriate, I have come to a conclusion. A conclusion that goes against who I was, but fills me with life and hope. I will take a leap of faith. I will take a new journey. The journey that Phil encouraged me to take for myself. A journey that is out of my control. I will jump into something and lose myself. Take a journey to places unknown, whose end is not yet written. I will follow Yisha's mysterious beckoning. Somehow even writing it lifts my spirit. I'm returning to the surface to do just that. And you, friend, if you have not already done so, should do the same. Leap without truly understanding what lies beneath, and let a glimpse of the future rise up to meet you. Terrified, but also full of hope that Dunny can now truly be restored alive again. And the storyteller will be alive, and it will be me. Okay. So after Phil died, Watson was just really devastated about the direction of the whole project, having many doubts and feeling a lot of conflict in what he should be doing. So he came down here for some solace, to just think about things, think his thoughts. And then went on the journey of Yisha, which is how we started all of this, is it not? It's very dark in here, and it's getting darker as I'm getting away from that small little cave. I am now in pitch black. Walk backwards. Try to stay hugging the wall. Got some light again. I want to get just around to this spot. The spot I can barely see. A leap of faith. A leap of faith we shall take. Quite literally. Don't quite think that was right. Or maybe it was. Okay. Yeah, I had no control. And now I do have control, and I have a thing. Now it's a party. I'm gonna have to check the universal hint system to see if we somehow got a satisfying conclusion, or if there's still something else that I did not yet do. Okay? Before we do that, though, I am just gonna look, see if we got any new updates of places to go. Don't want to immediately throw my hands up in the air and say, well, no way I can figure this one out. There's the antechamber. Okay. The pages rearrange themselves, which is weird. So we can return here. And we can try taking another little leap of faith. I mean, am I supposed to be able to get down there or not? I don't know. And now I have control. Go back to this. Actually, yeah, let's stop. Universal hint system. Let me not check everything and find nothing. Let's just do the universal hint system and come back to this, because we might just be done for realsies. Okay, the universal hint system says that that's everything. That we did exactly what we were supposed to do. And look at that. That's me talking to you guys, okay? Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, we're all done. All finished with the 2 Dunny expansion. I just wish these games could just give you something that just says, you did it. You're all good. Everything's finished now. You don't have to give me credits. You could just give me just like the Rand brothers giving the thumbs up or something like that. You know, just let me know I've hit the end of gameplay. That's all I want. But yeah, we've done that, and Watson's books. Or the book there. You know, this is all making a lot more sense now. You know, voices and places in the Great Void. The builders are gone. You know, they build the tree, but only a dead tree is built. Life cannot be assembled from remains, you know. Agura, we still, I don't think, went to. So that's strange, but... Next time, we will now revisit Path of the Shell. And we will get to revisit an old friend when we do it. So I'm excited for that. We looked around, and we got a couple of journey claws. None existed in the 2 Dunny expansion. But we know that they are back in Path of the Shell because we already found some. So, like we did for 2 Dunny, we'll just kind of systematically go through what we've already established, refresh our memories, and maybe find something new along the way, maybe not, we'll see. And then just take it from there. We do have a decent number of books here that may be of importance, but they're also really confusing to me. They are the writings of a crazy person. So, we'll see if that has any real meaning to what we're going to be doing here, or if it's just flavor, like how this book, it kind of makes sense now, the writings, put into context from Watson's writings. So yeah, I final thoughts on the 2 Dunny expansion. I thought it was actually really good. Felt really. I enjoyed it a lot more than the base game. Was just a lot of fun to do the exploring and solve some puzzles and go on the little treasure hunts and stuff like that. I liked it. I liked it a lot. That's more of that. Okay? Let's hope for more of that as we do Path of the Shell. I no deeper thoughts than that. I had a lot of fun with it. So, hooray. I love ya. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.